sounds like there's no structural, no ACL, no meniscus or anything like that. Not expected to be season-ending, but do you know his availability for tomorrow at this point?
Again, this is not to be a evasive question. I just don't know for sure yet. The biggest thing was, and I think you were there with us, we all walked off the floor up there at Old Dominion. That was the only kind of dampening thing after that game. We just thought it was a season-ending injury at that point. I think he did too. And like I said, it was a damper on that night. But the good news was Sunday or Monday we found out that it wasn't no, major tears. It's the same knee. He had some ACL problems when he's at Davison, and so I think it really scared him with that. So he did go through a little bit yesterday just to see where he could do, and it's a mental thing too as well as a physical thing. So today's Wednesday. We'll see how he's progressed a little bit from yesterday when you get him back out there, and see how he is mentally too. Because it was a scary thing mentally. Because you know him not wanting to go back in that game, not able to go back in that game, the way he was playing, and knowing our team needed him. You know where that was at physically and mentally with him. So, good news is long term we'll have him. Short term, we'll just have to wait and see.
Kind of following up on that, if he's not able to go, or if he's able to go, it'll probably be limited, I imagine, after what he went through. How do you kind of replace the minutes that he gave you with already a pretty short bench?
Well, I mean, naturally, if he can't go, then you slide Josh in there. So we're good from that 5 standpoint. Everything else after that is kind of new. We'll kind of be work in progress a little bit. We played that whole second half up at Old Dominion. I know we got Zay in there a few minutes, and we got Sherman there for a few minutes. So those guys will have to step up and give us some minutes.
Looking forward to this game. You all over the weekend held both opponents to under 30% from three. So how do you all carry that momentum facing the Owls, who are first in the conference?
Well, that's a really good question. We were these last 2 games we came off of, like you said, they both made 6 threes each on us and held them to 27% shooting combined. That's a huge stat for us on the road because that hadn't been a very friendly stat for us. Now we're going in playing a best shooting team maybe in the league, numbers-wise. Greenlee and Forrest and Martin and 2 guys off the bench, Davis and Weatherspoon, can really, really shoot the basketball. They came off that win last night. I think at halftime, they either had 10 or 11 threes at halftime. And you can check that stat out. 10, I'm pretty sure on. I know they finished with 13, but they didn't play those starters a whole lot second half. They were up 25 or so at halftime on Old Dominion. So they're coming here playing with great rhythm, really good offensively. I think the big guy, big Russian, Golden's progressed, keeps getting better, and they just got good rhythm offensively right now. And when you can shoot the basketball, makes the world go round.
You talk about rhythm, it seems like against Old Dominion and Charlotte, you guys had a really good rhythm for you on both sides of the ball, but especially defense from deep. How important is that going to be against guys like Martin and the others that you mentioned who have been doing so well for SAU?
Well, Muhammad, we did. We were really good on both sides of the ball. Defensively, it was done different ways too. Charlotte, we played man for most of the game. Old Dominion, we mixed it up a little bit, and second half didn't mix it up at all. Played zone primarily, so we did it 2 different ways. I thought we were much better contesting some shots, and in both games we made some shots. Luke separated that last game. Whenever you can make shots, it gives your defense energy too. And we were down 6 or 7 early in that game. In about a 5-minute stretch, we go up 7 or 8. Ability to shoot that three-point ball. I know Luke came down, hit, I think, 4 in a row. So making shots is really important, in particular when we don't get a lot done on that block.
Jamar had probably his least productive game of the season when you guys went down to Boca. I guess what's his mentality been like leading into this game, and I guess what's it going to take to get more out of him if they use this kind of run?
Well, he hadn't had many games like first game at Florida Atlantic. We all came out of there a little bit when it's a one-possession game, as it was, knowing he went into the game averaging 10, got 0. Golden went in averaging 4 and got 14. That's a big swing in one position. Defensively wasn't the same. I hadn't had that out of him many nights. Naturally, there's a learning curve with him, learning to do it when he gets a little fatigued, learning to do it when something just ain't right, where everything's not lined up just right, learning to do it when you're down 6 or 8 points. That's his learning curve. He won't do anything different except hopefully he learned from that first game, which he has. He has. Because ain't many guys have done that to him. Maybe the only guy all year long. Oscar was different at Kentucky. How he got his, I don't remember all, but hadn't been many guys go at his chest and stick it in the hole like the big kid did at Florida Atlantic. He'll be better this time.
Coach, just looking, before this road trip, you guys were below .500 on a 5-game losing streak. What did you tell your guys before going on this road trip?
Listen, nobody likes losing. We all upset with losing. We keep things in perspective. We don't jump off bridges anywhere. Nobody gonna feel sorry for us. We knew how close we were as it was. And I knew what a challenge it was going to be for that middle game after coming out of UAB, just emotionally, man. Being able to get back up and play at the level you got to have to beat those guys. And we just didn't have quite that juice. But, hey, we stayed together. We kept believing. We found a way or two maybe to tweak a thing here or there. But most importantly, these guys got back up off that mat. It's easy to lay down on that mat now. We just went on a tough road swing now. And a lot of people going into Charlotte, no Dominion, and sweeping those 2 teams. It's not going to happen. They're both really good teams. So our guys deserve a lot of credit now, what they did, getting up. And we went and did it convincingly. Both nights. We hadn't had many nights like that all year long. So, that's a testament of some character on this team. And again, stay the course. Worry about what you're in charge of. Your heart, your mind, and your gut. You control that. Then what happens between the lines? Nothing else you control. But we all control those things. And that's where it all lies at right there. And our guys did a very good job handling that and doing that.
So when you talk about things within your control, obviously, you never want to see someone like Luke who's hurt, but with just a few games left in the regular season, that next man up mentality, as cliche as it sounds, how much can you sort of appreciate being able to force the guys to really get into high gear to finish the regular season before the USA tournament next month?
Muhammad, I understand your question. For the most part, that don't mean we make every shot or make every free throw. But when you say get into high gear, it hadn't been an effort thing. Many possessions in many games. And again, when I'm playing 6 guys, I felt like for the most part, there's been parts that we talked about. Jamar in that first game against Atlantic wasn't his best game. And there's been parts in every game somewhere along the way. Maybe we weren't at our best physically. But one thing I haven't questioned a lot is these guys playing hard. But to answer your question, now is you got to find ways, another level. You got to dig even deeper. There's 8 games left. I think our guys, sometimes, like I just said, when you get hit in the mouth, it's how you respond to it. And sometimes when you respond and get up off that mat like we did, that's even a tougher confidence that you can build and gain from that. And I think that's what we did. I like where my guys are at physically and mentally. Continue to find some minutes off that bench. We need Luke to be able to go for us. He's a valuable piece and part. Where we're playing big or playing small, for sure. When we're playing small, it's a valuable piece. Where he makes a shot or not, they're going to guard him. They're going to stretch that court out and guard him, which opens up tries for Davey and other people. So, but to answer your question, yes. Every day goes by, it won't be another 4 Wednesdays left in this career, in their career. Won't be another Wednesday, February the 9th left in a lot of their careers. So, find ways even to dig deeper.
Anything else?
So, Jared, nothing else?